Hey guys, welcome back. Happy Monday. Today we're going to take a look at the lightning pied clutch. The majority of them have come out of their eggs now. It's been really weird. I've never had this happen where all of the snakes aren't out of the eggs within like 1 to 2 days of each other. I think the first snake came out, I want to say Tuesday or Wednesday last week, and I'm recording this on Sunday, and there's still a snake left in the egg. So it's been like 5-ish days or so. My last clutch that hatched had a similar thing, but it wasn't as spread out. It wasn't over 5 or 6 days. It was over like 3 or 4 days. So I'm actually starting to think there might be something going on with the Wilbanks incubator, with the fan circulation. Maybe there's an issue with the fans where it's not circulating the air and it's not even temperatures. So I need to kind of look into that a little more. I don't know. We'll see with the other clutches I have in there, but kind of weird. This is the only times I've had this happen over the course of 300 eggs over the course of 6 years, where I've had a really weird gap between the babies actually coming out of the eggs. So we'll see. So we have 9 here. We'll take a look at. There's still 1 lightning pied left, but that's okay. I also wanted to remind everybody early in the video here, it is Customer Appreciation Month. If you've ever purchased a ball python from me, you are eligible to sign up for my Patreon. The top tier for $1 per month for life. That's $12 a year. You get access to all of the perks for $1 a month. So if you purchased a ball python from me, sign up. Let me know. I keep the tiers locked down because people try to snipe the positions, even though they have never purchased a snake from me before. I actually just had somebody do it last night. So if it says sold out, that's because I need to open a spot for you. So reach out. Let me know if you're interested to sign up. And I'm speaking specifically to a couple people in my Patreon. There's still like 9 people that are in like the triple play tier from last year, which is going to expire this year. It's only for 2024. You need to get switched over to the new tier so that we're not running into issues at the end of the year. So we're going to go through these snakes one by one, kind of show you what's going on. So far, I basically need to hit, I'm at like 5 females and 4 males right now. But 3 of those females are the non-visual lightning pies. So I don't know what the third snake is, or the last snake in the incubator. I'm hoping it's a female, so at least I'm 3 on 3 on lightning pies. So let's take a look, see here. So we'll start off with the non-visuals. These are all going to be deep in shed at this point because these other ones took so long to hatch. This is probably the most plain looking out of all of the babies. Right here, this is the only male of the non-visuals. He's pretty, but I think he's just a plain pied. And these are the females. She's buried herself. These were the 2 best looking ones here, also females. I think they're Orange Dream at the very least. They look very similar to the dad when he was younger, so I'm thinking they might be Blade as well. I'm not seeing a ton that shows me what Blade looks like in a pied. I'm finding it very hard to identify it. So if you have like any decent experience identifying Blade in a pied, especially when it's mixed with OD, let me know. Because there's not a whole lot of that on Morph Market, and I'm not seeing a lot of it anywhere else, and I'm not seeing giant differences in these snakes. And the fact that half of these snakes are lightning pieds makes it even harder to tell what the Blade is. Obviously you can see Blade and Clown pretty easily, but with these I don't know. So as far as like these snakes go, and we can talk a little bit about that, what's going to be released. So like I'm definitely not keeping this male. All of these snakes, they're all going to be tested for well, let's talk about that at the end. We'll talk about that at the end. That's probably the easiest way to do it. All right, so I got it here. So as you can see, like these 2 are a little more deep in shed than this one, which I believe took a little longer to come out of the egg. And this one just came out recently. You can see how like they're not as pink as these 2 are. So that kind of just shows you like how much they've changed. So this is, I think, the nicest male. He is Obviously, Orange Dream. You can tell that because like that saddle, my finger up here, come on, right, ooh, that saddle right there, it's very white. That's what Orange Dream really does. It really brightens up the silver tones. So he's OD. He might be Blade. I don't know. This one to me, this male looks like a normal lightning pied. Looks very similar to the lightning pieds that I had hatched previously. It's a beautiful, beautiful color combination, pattern combination, but I think he's pretty plain. If I had to guess, I'd say this was probably a Blade. If I needed to, kind of be like, hey, what, is it normal? It's definitely not OD in my opinion. I think that one's probably definitely the Blade. That's a male as well. This female is gorgeous. Let me get her out of here. Come here, baby. So this is one of my females. She's just stunning looking snake. Still kind of shy, but man, look how cool that looks. Now I don't know if she's anything really. She might have OD in there, but it's not as vibrant as some of the other ones, so we'll see with her. I'm not 100% sure on her, but she's definitely a pretty girl. And we have one more, and her belly is taking a little longer to heal up, so I have her up here, and she came out of the egg all the way. Oop, it just came off, so it wasn't coming off real quick. Let me pull her down here. Whoop. She's really pretty too. Gorgeous females. So, and I'm actually, now that I'm looking at that other female, her belly didn't look like it was sealing up real fast either. So I'm gonna put her with this other girl in the water for a little bit of time just to see. Come here, honey. Let's put you up here with this other girl. Your bellies can heal up a little bit, and then we'll put you back in the cocoa. So, as far as the big question everybody's gonna have is, what's going to be released here? Like, what can I get something? So we have 6 lightning pieds, okay? 3 are males so far, 2 are females so far, the third one's still in there. All of these snakes, every single one of them, this whole clutch of 10, they're going to be sent out for shed testing for clown, because they're all posset clown. The pairing was OD Blade pied double het clown MJ to a visual MJ pied. So everything is pied. Everything at the very worst, these guys right here, are all 100% het MJ Xanthic. So there are no possets in this clutch. Everything is pied het MJ Xanthic at the very worst. I'm testing them all for clown to figure out, obviously which ones have clown on them, because that's very important. It's a triple recessive project. There's a big difference to me personally of holdbacks, deciding which ones I want to keep if they're het clown versus not het clown. I don't know. My plan here is, so these 3 males here, I'm hoping this guy over here is het clown. I'm going to keep 1 het clown male, probably, because it's an upgrade over the dad. My whole goal at the end of the day is to try to make lightning clown pies, and having a lightning pied het clown male gives me a little better odds than using a pied double het clown MJ male to hit those triple recessives. So as far as the males go, I'll be keeping 1. I will not be keeping 2. There's no point in me doing that. I already have the dad, which is breeding and is already able to produce triple recessives. So I'm keeping 1 male, so 2 males will be released. Unless none of them are het clown, then they'll probably all be released, but I would assume out of 3, 1 of them should be. If, some of the if I have a couple of these males that are het clown, and I release the other ones, it's going to raise the price tag. I think, lightning pied males were around $2,000 or so, $2,500 or so the last time I saw them sold in the U.S. If it's het clown, it's going to raise it, because you're going from a double recessive to a triple recessive project. I mean, this has been something I've been working on for 4 years. They've never been sold before, so it's going to raise the price tag. They're not going to be $2,000 a piece. And the same thing with these ones. Now, I have another clutch coming at the end of the month, but it's only, I think, 5 or 6 eggs, but it's the same exact pairing, just to a different female. So we'll see what comes out of that. I mean, this male's being sold no matter what, but again, I think pied het MJs we're selling for about $1,000 a piece. If it's het clown, it's going to raise it, but I'm not going to keep this one because I already have the dad who's breeding. As far as the females go, again, it's going to depend a lot on what turns out with the double visuals, and how many of these are het clown. I've been waffling whether or not it's worth me keeping females that are visual pied double het MJ clowns or not. You know, part of me is like, well, I don't know if I want to release those to people because, you know, I don't want, really, I want to be the first person to kind of produce these. I don't want somebody else to be able to get luckier before me and actually hit it, to be honest. And the more of these that I hold back, the better. My other thought process was, if I'm selling some of my, and let's take a walk here to the other side of the room to talk about this a little more. I can kind of give you a little more insight into how I think about my projects. So yeah, my last video, I believe, or one of my last videos, I was talking about my clown pieds and a lot of the clown het pieds I was selling. So this female, she is due to lay by the end of the month. She's a pastel clown het pied. I am currently in the process of breeding a couple of these. This is a clown het pied female that I'm breeding. This is a pastel pied het clown that I'm breeding. This is a pastel clown het pied that I'm breeding. So the way I look at it is, those females don't add much to those projects for me because they have pastel. While I do like pastel, I can actually show you. I have one from last year. I believe she's actually super pastel. So I produced this girl last year. She's a really pretty snake, clown pied. If she wants to, there's her little nose in there. Really pretty clown pied. Kept really cool colors, kept really pretty patterns. Really kind of neat looking. Kind of looks sandblast pied. So I don't mind pastel in clown pieds as much as most people mind pastel and clown. But my thought process is, if I just have a bunch of clown het pieds or pastel clown het pieds, and I have snakes like, let's see, and these girls are just in the clown pied project, and they don't have any other genes in them. These are all clown het pieds. They're all pretty big. These two, I think all three of these girls are over 1,000 grams already. This one was the smaller one. She's actually a really good eater now. So all 4 of these girls I produced last year, and they're all getting up to size. They all have 1, 2, 3, 4 genes in them. You know, there was, I think, Orange Dream, Pastel, Leopard, and Spot Nose in this clutch. You can obviously tell which ones have pastel there. You can tell which ones have spot nose. You can tell which ones have leopard. But they're pretty snakes. They're all females that have multiple genes, and they're all het pieds. So if this is my next wave of snakes that are going to be in the clown pied project, I don't need to hold on to pastel het clowns or pastel clown het pieds. And then my other thought process was, if I have all these clutches, and those aren't 50% het MJ. We can actually show you the 50% het MJs here. So these 3 girls here, back up, are all pos het MJ. We have pastel Mojave here. I believe this one's pastel blade, possibly leopard or OD in there, and this one's pastel. Oh, this is lesser leopard. They're all clown het pieds, and they're all pos het MJs. So I have those 3 that are getting big fast. Plus it adds a few more genes into the mix. So they're all clown het pieds. And those 3 are pos het MJ. And then of course we have This is my biggest of all of them. And she's the same thing. So let's take her out here. All right, so that's her. Look how pretty she is. Yeah, I think this is a pastel OD blade. Clown, het pied, posset MJ. So that's everything I have in the clown pied project. That's 8 females, and 4 of them are posset MJ. This new clutch, all of those snakes are double recessive and possibly triple recessive, and I'll be able to prove out whether or not they're triple recessive or not. You know, I could have got crappy luck, and all those posset MJs could have prove out negative for MJ, or I could get the odds and hit 2 out of 4, or whatever. So my thought process was these other females that are big, that are breeding for me this year. I have so many 8 females coming up already that are double recessive that are better and multiple genes. With these babies, I don't really know if I want to release females that are triple recessive, because again, it makes my projects better. The fact that I'm able to produce triple recessive snakes with them elevates my collection a ton, an absolute ton. I can get rid of every double recessive snake, visual hets that don't have a bunch of genes in them, and my collection grows exponentially in terms of value, in terms of power. So, these females, and like I said, I'll keep 1 male because it'll make it easier for me to make lightning clown pieds. I might even wait, it depends how quick these females grow, to breed one of these males to these other females, because it gives me better odds of hitting a lightning clown pied, unless the tests for MJ come out before then. I mean, we're talking about a year from now, but I gave my shed tests to RGI 2 months ago, and I still haven't heard anything. And these tests are going to Gray Ryder to test for clown, but he said he's also able to help develop the MJ test with them, because we know their visuals and hets. So I don't know if I'll be releasing any females that are in the triple recessive project, because it elevates mine so much. But because I don't know if I want to give anybody a shortcut, just to be honest, to be kind of stingy with it. I mean, this is something I've been working on, that I've spent a lot of money on, that I've been developing. Some people may have actually gotten clowns or triple recessives from me last year, because I didn't know that Dad was a triple recessive until later in the season when I produced the lightning pied from him. So there were, I think, 2 or 3 clutches of clown clutches that came out earlier in the year that could possibly be triple recessive babies. So I really don't know what's getting released out of these next 2 clutches from him. And I have that clown pied clutch that was laid last week. I think, are all the clutches in there his? Now that I'm thinking about it, what's this other one? Blade. Yep, they're all his. Blade. Yeah, the 2 that are in there now are his. So I don't know. It's hard to say. So it's going to depend on those clown tests. That's the big deal, is which of these are clown. I don't know if I'll be keeping anything that isn't clown. So I'll put it that way. It's going to depend. I mean, half of these babies should be. So, I don't need multiple males. There's no reason for it. I already have the dad, and I actually kept back another male from last season that I need to test. He's a clown. I think he's OD, Mojave, possibly Blade, het pied, posset MJ. So I'm going to test him as well, and he's almost adult size now. So that gives me 2 or 3 genes from a different angle. So I'll only keep a male out of here if it's a lightning pied het clown, 100%. So all the other males are going to be released no matter what. The females are different. It's going to highly depend on whether or not they're het clown. I'm on the fence of not releasing anything that's a triple recessive. So we'll see. Luckily we hit 6 lightning pieds, so that's good odds. 3 of them are males so far, so 2 males will 100% be released. The females we'll see, and there's 1 still I don't know the gender of. So I just want them to shed. I want to get those sheds dried and sent out so they can get on their first meals. I want to figure out what this last one is, and that's where we're going from there. It's exciting. It's a big clutch for me. The fact that I got 15, 16 eggs that are so close together in terms of hatching, all in the same project, is huge. I could be producing lightning clown pieds by the end of the year, depending on those 4 females that are from last season when they grow up. It's big. It's a big project. It's very unique. It's kind of like my grand slam for the year. So I'm hoping this works out the way I need it to. So hopefully they all shed by the end of the week, and that'll be a way to cap off the week and to show you what they look like after they're shedding. After they've had meals, after I get their nice photos up. I can't really wait to take the photos. Now, I know I did a video about it last week. These are going to look really cool because you guys didn't see them fresh out of the eggs when they were still pretty and not dull because of going in the shed. The colors on them are crazy, especially the ones that have orange stream in them and possibly blade. So that's it. I need to check those bellies on those 2 girls because they weren't sealing up really fast like the other ones did. And we'll see. I'm very excited. I really want to get these tested. I hope all 10 of them test out for clowns. That'd be really awesome. But I'm hoping at least half. So, I'm not being greedy with it. And hopefully there's enough in there for me to hold back so that I can really develop this project. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in.